Welcome.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.
They're eating the dogs.
Because I know cops doesn't start till 4.
Live on the internet. If we can all be here, I think we should transition to one show a week.
I agree. I said I wanted to shift up the summer format, shift up the schedule.
Good evening, Amy.
I think if we can all be here for Monday, I'd continue forth with Monday if we can all be here.
Monday's a good day of the week. That's when most of the podcasts I listen to come out.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it. I think generally Monday's like a shit day, and people are like try not to schedule things like for Monday night because they know they've had a fucking miserable day and don't want more shit. So
Well, it's crap.
Now you're broadcasting that.
I'm projecting.
Yeah.
I'm projecting.
Because you had such a bad day.
Garfield hates Mondays, dude.
Caleb had a bad day. The Pope is dead.
The Pope
The Pope died today. He did his last Easter service and he died.
Did he actually do a service, or
He did. He finished his Easter service yesterday, and he passed away sometime this morning.
Did he actually?
Yeah,
I think he was in the
He
hospital.
did. No,
in a
no.
wheelchair.
I swear to God, he did an Easter service. Look it up.
Yeah.
He
I heard that
didn't
on
look
the
very
news
good.
this morning.
He didn't look very good.
He
I'll
spoke
say
his
that.
last word on TV.
Dude, you know this guy, so he's like fucking 100. You know that he was just holding on. He was like, I can do this Easter service. He's like, I know I
Good
got
time to go
one
out,
more
too, on
Easter
Easter.
service in me. He got through that service as soon as it was over. Fucking flatline.
I figured
Yeah.
the Vatican just knew that he was dead already, and they wanted to make sure it was after Easter that they announced that they didn't want to ruin people's Easter.
Oh. They
Well,
put out the AI
I think you're
Pope.
probably
Yeah.
right. But yeah, he did do the service. He did the Easter Sunday service. You can look that up.
They rolled out the AI Pope. For that.
Caleb was right, Amy says. I'm always right. I'm never wrong.
His middle name is Wright.
That's right, Caleb Wright Kinville.
Caleb Right Wing Kinville.
Okay. Whoa, hey.
Whoa,
hey now.
whoa.
I was
Hey
just
now.
I was just
You're a
at,
rock star.
I was just at a meeting. I was just at a meeting where I had to take a I shouldn't even talk about what I was at
Yeah,
what I
you're
was
gonna-
up to.
Don't even talk about work.
Yeah,
You're going to compromise your
That's
NDA.
a public sector.
yeah.
Was a meeting televised?
No, it's not. That's actually a point of contention as well. So
Why?
don't bring that up.
People think it should be televised.
Yes.
Oh.
We don't bring it up.
Do not even. Curtis. He's a...
Yeah, but no, I don't even know what I was going to say, but we're back at it. Yeah, obviously we skipped Wednesday and Friday last week, but
What happened?
well, we're trying to get to the I said it a while back that we're going to establish a new schedule for
Season
the summer.
2.
Season
Just-
2. What
well-
episode is this?
50 something, 57 maybe. 55. We're past 50.
55. I'll take it.
So the thing is, I basically I'm okay with going down to one a week for these summer months, right? Where we have the thing is in the
A lot
winter
more going on.
in the wintertime too. There's no sun, right? Like 4 p.m. There's no sun. It's lights out and it's cold as balls. And like, what the fuck are you gonna go do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This time of year, the sun's out
Sun's
longer.
out right now a little bit.
Yeah, the sun was just barely setting. If it wasn't cloudy, it would be even brighter out. You know, I mean, you know, it just there's more going on. There's more stuff, more life to be enjoyed this time of year. So I think cutting a podcast to one day a week is a-okay.
Perfectly adequate.
Yeah,
Perfectly adequate.
people are gonna be less apt to watch. We're dropped on the internet here right now, just so you're aware. We're not live, so
Bombed the internet.
yeah. But I mean, I can re-upload
Suck.
this.
You're,
We'll see.
You're really loud, Carter.
We'll
Does
see here when it. No, I mean,
It's not
I'm
louder than anybody
When
else.
well,
reconnection is successful. We're back on.
We're back on. We're back on. Did the stream? Wait, what did
Yes,
you
it
say?
did.
Yeah.
The stream pull of Pope Francis. Yeah,
Yikes.
but we're also pulling a JC because we are rising from the dead. That's right. Hallowed be thy name. Amen. I'm sorry. That was probably offensive.
God bless.
Who knows? I certainly
Who do you
don't.
think the new pope is going to be? Who should be the new pope?
How do they pick up the
I'm
new
pretty
pope?
sure it's like the Avatar. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't
So
know.
this last guy was from the Water Nation, so
alright.
Earth is next.
I thought
Right.
it was like I thought they had like a wipeout course.
Let's have
and they
about-
people did wipeout, and whoever won the wipeout episode became the new.
What
pope.
if it's whoever says the most?
Whoever defeats the red ball.
But maybe it's whoever said the most prayers.
And how
Maybe
do
they get to do it.
Right.
Maybe they get to do it.
Most prayers equals most.
Maybe they-
Most popeliness.
Yeah.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Popeliness.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going with that, but speaking of death,
Oh, we just got a new chat
died?
wipe. What?
what
What the heck?
are we gone again?
No, I think it never reestablished connection. So
What the heck?
Zing,
Oh.
zing.
We never even got back in the
We're,
first.
we're cursed.
We never got
We're
rough
cursed, guys.
rested.
This is what we get for joking about Christ and shit.
Yeah. Let's
We're-
repent.
We're okay, dear Satan. I'm so sorry. I'm. How do we do
Mr.
this?
Francis.
Mr. Francis, I declare you. I
Ruler of the Seven Kingdoms.
I will get on my knees right now, Francis.
when the world needed
I
him
will
most,
open wide,
he vanished.
Francis. Can you say that? Is
Let
that
him in.
Is that a lot?
Let him in.
Well, my door is open to you, Francis. Okay, too far. Too far. It's getting quiet.
I think it's getting worse than it was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
we live or no?
Yeah, we are, and we're live now.
And we are live. Welcome back to the Pope Francis.
We have risen.
Okay.
Just-
Enough with this. Enough with this. Enough with the. I was gonna speak of something else. I was gonna talk about.
I wish I knew more about the lore because we have risen now.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I could tell you more about the religion of the Force and the ways of the Jedi than I could the Catholic. Unfortunately, I am sorry. That's the best I can do. Back to what I was going to say, though. If we can get this thing back on the rails.
Yeah. What did you have in mind?
Yeah, if we can get back on track here. Yesterday, Calvin and I went with Ashlyn to Black Mountain.
Yes,
we did
we
some
did.
skiing for our Easter
We did.
Sunday. Shortly after we left,
Now this is moments.
right after we left the mountain, somebody skied down and had such a bad accident. I heard that they had passed away. Is that true?
Yeah,
Can we
they
confirm
did.
that?
Confirmed.
Dead.
Did we
Somber,
get any
dead on
information on
arrival.
this or?
Yeah, I mean, I can pull up the report, but essentially it said that he was skiing by himself, and somebody that skied past saw him laying on the side of the trail. They reported it to Ski Patrol. Ski Patrol came down. They tried to do CPR on the guy. They got him to the bottom of the hill. They were doing CPR in an ambulance.
Yeah.
And they called in a helicopter to try to save him, but he was already dead, so they called off the helicopter.
Right.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's so two things, right? One, what do we know? He was skiing alone, right? So when he fell, there was nobody there to make sure he got up, right?
Yeah.
So let that be a lesson to everybody going forward. Don't ski alone, right? Make sure somebody's watching your back at all times. You think I got where I am today for dressing like Peter Pan over here?
Forget about it.
But yeah, I'd say that's number one is make sure somebody's watching your back. But also, more likely than not, like do we know? Did we get a blood alcohol report on this corpse?
Probably not.
Because I hate to say it, but I think that's how a lot of these things happen.
I figured that's probably what it
When
was.
it's
Was
an
that
adult.
It's
The guy was
it's
probably-
similar to drunk driving or something of that nature, where somebody is, alcoholed themselves to the point of combustion and they hit a tree.
Yeah,
I mean, what are you gonna do?
The thing I
Which-
would say is it was not on the trail they said it was on.
Why did this turn into a '90s PSA?
Dare.
Yeah.
The trail was not like a beginner trail. You know, it was a steep cliff, compound angle.
Did you look to see
into
which
the
trail
woods.
it was? That was one thing that I wasn't
I heard
sure
it
on.
was the top,
It was on one of the top trails. Yeah.
and
It was probably that
there's only one
bottom.
open. I figured it was right off the top of the lift where the cliff goes down,
Yep.
where they cleared
You
that
think
whole
you fell
area.
off the edge?
Yeah, I think so. I figured that's what going down that steep pitch.
The
you must have
point
hit a
is,
bomb
you know,
gone
I saw
right.
I saw like 7-year-olds that were tearing this mountain up. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
it's
you know, that's-
it's one of those. This was
There's a good 7-year-old skier. You know?
right.
They're lower to the ground.
But I'm saying this isn't a case where somebody was taking a lesson and was trying to learn how to ski and died. Right. This was somebody that was out there on a mission.
More likely than not, they're a
And,
decent skier.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody there yesterday that was bad at skiing.
No, I didn't either. I'm just saying this. You know, this was a grown adult that made their own decisions. That's I don't think this is like
Hell of a way to go.
hell of a way to go.
Black Mountain,
Uh,
Easter Sunday. Wow, yeah, very good.
I just think it's you know, it's sad. Not that it's not sad when somebody dies, but I don't want this to get turned into a thing where people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't go skiing because it's so dangerous." You know what I mean? This was an adult that made decisions, and it those decisions do not lead to a successful outcome. So you have to make better, smarter decisions in order to have a successful outcome. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense to anybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want me to read the report or not?
If you got some
Upper
highlights,
Maple
maybe.
Slalom is what I heard.
Yeah, it was on the Upper Maple Slalom Trail,
Yep.
and I was just going to see here. The area where the accident was near the summit. Upon arrival, they found him unresponsive. I'm trying to see. It said if it was left or right of the trail. I don't know where it said that though. I think it was on the right side, is what it said. But
Yeah, he fell off down there, the Cotter Notch Glades there.
he was on the edge of the snow line to the left of the trail.
Oh, no.
So I mean, it depends on what you consider left, but I would say this is probably the left here.
Yeah.
It could have been
typically.
it could have been anywhere. I don't know what it looked like when you guys were there, but I'm assuming there was no snow on the side.
Yeah, well, so those, if you see those cut over trails on the map there, those were partially open. They technically said they were closed, but if, say, you wanted to hit a grass line, you could have. So maybe he could have been messing around in there. He could have also just, the way that pitch comes down, there's like a curve, the way the trail's cut. There's like a little, so I could see where you could be out of control and just go hammering straight into the trees there. And so
Yeah, ended up like Sonny Bobo.
Mike asked if we talked about the Pope yet. You'll have to watch the re-upload.
oh no
yeah.
way, Mike, were you late to this?
You missed the Pope.
Yeah, I'm
We've
sorry.
already
I'm
written-
sorry.
Cursed us.
Basically, what had happened is because Carter has regular internet and doesn't have Starlink anymore, we don't stay connected like we used to, and so you missed part of the pod, Mike. But we'll re-upload it for you so you can go ahead and catch us riffing on the Pope. But I don't want to get back into that. That was muddy water. Muddy. Never mind. I was gonna make another joke. I was gonna make another crack. There's something crack. Oh, I don't even want to go there.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's
Hey.
wait? Stay. Hey, Pope.
Who is he?
Get out of my
Who's this
crack.
guy?
You think the Pope would be good clickbait?
Pope is on Minecraft.
I don't know. Because
Pope
I
is
think
on Minecraft?
I think the thing is
Minecraft,
we don't
the
take it all
Vatican
that
edition.
we don't take it all that serious. But I think a lot of people do take it serious and would probably be like pretty pissed off at us joking around
Yeah,
about
Probably.
Yeah.
it. So that's why I like to say we're moving on from that. We're
Yeah, we're
Let's
going.
move on from
we're,
the death.
we're on to Cincinnati.
Move on from the death story. So
We're done with. Are we done with dead people for the night?
we're done with death, please.
We're on with death.
Please. So, if you don't mind, I'll interject my thing.
All right, Calvin's got a segment.
I
Okay,
got a
so
segment.
Calvin has been talking all day about this segment. He goes,
So-
should I reveal it or should I tell? And we said,
Well-
save it for the show.
It's not.
We might shut it down
Yeah,
immediately.
Calvin might get canceled.
We should have screened
It's,
it.
it's
Last time Calvin started doing something, I wanted to cut him off, and I said, no, let's
Yeah.
hear him out. And then after the fact, we had a mutual discussion where we agreed that I should have cut him off. So,
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
So we're gonna see
You're
where
right.
this one goes.
Okay, so this
Get
one.
the button ready.
The button. Did you see H3 responded?
Yeah, to iDubbbz.
to
Did you
iDubbbz?
guys see that? By the
Yeah,
way,
let's
before
go-
we get
yeah,
to your
let's
bit,
go into that.
Mike, I hope you're old enough to remember when H3H3 was a YouTube legend, and there was also a YouTuber named iDubbbz that did Content
You
Cop.
remember iDubbbz TV?
You must remember Content
Content
Cop.
Cop?
No.
How do you not know Content Cop?
I think Content Cop was after my time.
Maybe
So-
yeah.
So
I can see
anyway, Ethan and iDubbbz were good friends, but basically Ethan is going down this road right now where he's burning bridges with his friends, and basically he burnt the bridge with iDubbbz, and iDubbbz made a Content Cop on H3 because H3 is burning a lot of bridges right now, and
that. Retaliation.
yeah, so iDubbbz hits him with the
What's his Content Cop?
Basically, he just breaks down your content and why it sucks. And he's been doing this for years on different YouTubers. He hasn't done it for a long time because basically iDubbbz basically denounced Content Cop, and he said, I was
because-
immature, I
yeah.
was young, and it's a lot easier to criticize content that someone else made than come up with an idea yourself, right? He kind of denounced it. Okay, so that's why it was like
Yeah, 'cause he's
utter
getting married, right?
utter shell shock when he comes out with Content Cop H3
Yeah.
because they're friends, right? If you're following the H3 lore, you know that H3 is pretty upset because his wife is Israeli and it has something to do with all the Palestine stuff going on. We don't, no clue. Hands up. Hands up.
No clue.
No clue.
I don't know.
But he's really intense about it. And rather than saying agree to disagree, I'm still friends with this person, agree to disagree because we're friends and we don't have to agree on everything. He's burning these bridges.
I think
Because
that's,
people
that's
don't agree with
actually
him.
what the problem is with iDubbbz, though.
That's
Or is
what
that-
what got iDubbbz to make a video because iDubbbz didn't publicly say that he supported Ethan or whatever. Ethan started this whole rant saying fuck you and all this stuff, this big time
So
rant.
he actually did, though. He actually did. I was just wondering if this was like a ploy because they are both kind of falling off YouTube.
No.
to get pop-
No. This is real.
I could totally see if it was set up in some sort of weird way.
Here's how I know it's real, though, because I know there's real beef Ethan has with these other YouTubers, right? And iDubbbz had those other YouTubers in his Content Cop. If this was fake, these other guys would not be here because I know it's real. I know that beef is real. You know what I mean? This is a real beef.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he was actually, but iDubbbz wasn't friends with those other guys he was content copying. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, not no one up until
No.
Ethan.
So the problem is, so again, from my perspective, this is all from how I'll tell it from my perspective. Ethan and iDubbbz are friends, right?
Yeah.
Ian is iDubbbz. That's his real name. Ethan and Ian, they're friends, okay? Now Ethan is on a lot. iDubbbz and Ethan had a conversation privately, okay? And iDubbbz wanted to continue talking in private, right? Because they're friends, legit friends.
What was the
right?
conversation about?
About what they're arguing
About
about, the
Palestine.
Palestine shit.
About how Ethan.
I don't know.
Ethan
Fucking.
Okay, well,
wanted
you got to explain it for people who have absolutely no
Ethan
idea
wanted
who Ethan
Ian
or iDubbbz is.
I picked up
publicly
on it, so.
publicly say that he's in support of Ethan and
Yeah.
everything, and
Because as Ethan's
he
take-
wants somebody on his side because there's this whole group of
It doesn't
people-
matter. No,
Hold on,
no,
hold on,
no,
hold on.
no,
Yeah,
shut up,
Curtis,
Curtis.
you're
No, no,
derailing.
shut up. It doesn't matter. The only thing I was getting at was, are you sure that they actually had beef before this content
yes,
got made out?
we,
If it
we,
was
we
a
established that.
No,
Yeah,
we
definitely.
didn't. No, we didn't. We did not establish that there was legitimate beef beforehand. We only just established that there's beef because of the content cop. I wanted to know if there was
Yes.
factual beef
So
beforehand.
Ethan fired first on his podcast because, so again, these two friends are talking privately. What, you got to derail us again? What do you got?
My
He's
question
raising his
is,
hand.
is Ethan's take out in left field. Does Ethan have the worst take here?
Mostly.
In general.
So again,
In
it's
general,
a
yes.
matter of opinion. But
Right.
yes, according to mass opinion, I would say like court of public opinion, people are saying Ethan's wrong.
Okay,
In the
that's
court
all I
of
wanted
public
to.
opinion.
Okay, so let's start over.
I'm not going to start over, but I'll pick up where I was.
Okay.
So
Wait,
Ethan fires first.
who is it? Who is that?
Wait, Caleb, do you think Ethan is still subscribed to iDubbbz?
Okay. So they're having a conversation privately, and the conversation privately kind of ended, right? And then the next piece of conversation is Ethan and his wife, Hila, on a podcast, both saying, fuck you, iDubbbz, and fuck you to iDubbbz's wife, right? They involved his wife, too. So it wasn't just him. It was like, oh, I thought we were real friends or whatever. Well, fuck you guys, you know? So they went hard at both of them. And again, iDubbbz was willing to keep this a private conversation. It didn't have to go to the internet. They could have kept this all behind closed doors. But Ethan fired first on the internet. So then I would say mostly out of defending his wife is why iDubbbz came back at him with the content cop, because they said a lot. So I guess for wherever part of the world iDubbbz's wife is from, it's from the opposite side of Israel.
It's the opposite side of the river.
Right. So you have
Oh,
you
so
have-
they're each on different teams.
yes,
The wives
exactly.
are on
Yeah.
different teams.
The wives
Well,
are on different
The
teams.
problem is all of
and
their
for
friends
different
are
reasons.
on different teams because of this whole situation.
They're all Israelis.
Ethan is the only. He's Jewish and his wife is Israeli, and then everybody else is against.
Israel.
Nobody
whatever.
likes the
Yeah,
Jews.
whatever. So that's where it all stems from. Is political. You know.
Yeah, that's
jargon.
whatever this whole Palestine thing is, which they're all real wrapped up in it, and it's unfortunate to see real life friends like essentially hate each other now over this. But
We don't want no civil war.
hi.
All right. So that was interesting, but he did respond. So
Content cop.
if you want to get the full breakdown,
Yeah,
Content cop
I
and
haven't
Ethan.
seen Ethan's response yet. I saw he uploaded a video breaking down the content cop, but
and he has a full podcast. Yeah.
Wait,
so
he had a Paul.
I gotta
he had
watch.
He's got a podcast and a full
And a
breakdown of the video.
no,
No.
it's the same thing. The podcast is it's like a full 2 hour long podcast,
But then-
maybe even more.
but
It's
then
like-
he has a
it's-
short-
It's like a 4 hour long podcast.
He has a
breaking
short
down.
video.
Is that a reference to something?
as a response.
Well, Chaim, right? That's like
That's the thing. That's
Like Cheers.
That's a different language. I
that's
think.
like when you break the glass under the thing.
when you break the glass under
Well-
the floor, and then
Oompa!
Captain Woods smokes a cigar at the end of the game. Remember that?
Well, I
I
would
thought
say
that was Mace.
That was Modern Warfare 3 when he breaks the ceiling and the guy falls, but he stays. Remember that?
I always
I
like
think-
Grinch.
I think Ethan peaked at Vape Nation.
Yeah,
So that's
he switched audiences.
That's where this thing comes in play, because there's a lot of people that Ethan calls them fallen fans because they say your old content was so much better. But really, there's some people, and I would even put myself in this category, where I agree. I think his content was better in the Vape Nation era, right? But I don't want to say he's completely fallen off, because I still like him, and I see glimmers of what I enjoy in him. But largely right now, he's just not making good quality content. Like,
You know what I saw?
It's a lot of bitching and moaning content. It's not good stuff recently.
You know what I saw as a comment on the Content Cop video?
What's that?
It said, "This timeline is so messed up. I'm expecting Leafy is here to return with chin implants."
Yeah, yeah, dude. What time warp did we get into? Because I never would have seen this coming. I didn't have this on my bingo card. for
Okay,
sure.
so
All right,
this
let's get into
segment,
Calvin's segment.
this segment is called Headline: Real or Fake?
all right.
That's
Just the headlines.
It's just the headline. It's based on just the headlines,
From
but
Greg
also
of the Morning Buzz.
a little
Just
twist
the headlines.
because I want it to be a game.
I would say.
So Calvin's got like real or fake headlines. He's gonna read us some headlines.
I'm
and we
gonna
have
read
to
you.
guess real or fake.
I have 3 real, 3 fake headlines,
All right.
and if they're
Spoiler.
fake, well, I'm gonna.
Shouldn't have told us that.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you what order they're in.
All right.
I don't think 3 real, 3 fake is a spoiler.
Well, anyway, so if it's real, I have a little blurb about it, and then Carter can look it up if you want to.
Why don't
I'm not gonna look
you
anything
read
up.
us all of the headlines first, and then we'll try and guess which
Well,
3 are real and which
I was
3
gonna
are
do
fake.
one at a time, but if you want, you want to do that? All
We'll
of
do them one at a time. We'll guess real or fake. You keep track of our answers. Don't tell us if it's real or fake till the end, because then
Okay.
that could give it away. Because we'll know, okay, this one was fake, so that means there's X amount more real ones.
Right. I'll just read them out
So-
all at the same time.
All right.
Okay, then
Okay.
we'll go back to
All
the
right, do you
start.
want to just do 2 at a time, 1 real and 1 fake? And
Well,
we'll
don't
just-
you can't
No.
just do it however you want.
Okay,
Go,
I'm gonna read
shoot.
them all, and then we'll go back to the first.
Just the
one.
headlines.
Just a head. Okay, so first one. Corn stocks surge after new science reveals its ability to be used in electronics.
Fake.
real.
Okay, number 2. Chinese robots ran against humans in the world's first world's first humanoid half marathon. They lost by a mile.
I
Real.
would say that's real.
Authorities say a babysitter checked under the bed for monsters and found something.
Bill.
Okay. Detroit soccer team coach fired after using team funding for sex change surgery.
Real.
UK court finds men who stole $6 million gold toilet guilty.
Fake.
U.S. intelligence confirms suspicions about Kim Jong-un's deteriorating health. It's diabetes.
Fake.
Okay, let's go back to the top.
Wait, so okay, okay. The fact I don't know the fact that some of these are real and some of these are fake. These are all by real. You don't mean you got it from the Onion, right?
Right, I didn't
Okay.
use the Onion. These are it's either CNN or what's that other one? NPR.
Okay, big NPR guy.
Those are the two. But they were easy. They were good headlines.
You like AM radio too, right?
Yeah, big AM guy.
Okay, all right. I'm
So
gonna
first
say,
one,
okay.
corn stocks surge after new science reveals its ability to be used in electronics.
That's false.
Real. I'm gonna say real.
I say fake.
I'm gonna say real.
Fake.
Fake news.
All right.
It's fake.
Corn was fake. All right,
Corn
next.
was fake.
Corn was fake. All right,
Okay.
I was saying it was real, but okay.
Chinese robots ran against humans in the world's first humanoid half marathon.
That's real.
Real.
I'm gonna say fake.
Real.
Damn it.
In Hong Kong, the idea of robots taking humans in a road race conjures dystopian images. Okay, anyway.
All right, we don't care.
Okay, authorities say babysitter checked under the bed for monsters and found someone.
Real.
That's real.
I'm gonna say that's fake.
That's like a Facebook headline. I'm
gonna say
that's like
fake.
a real
I'm gonna
Facebook
say
headline.
fake.
It is real. The suspect.
Gil's over 3.
He's doing it on purpose. He knows.
Yeah.
The suspect is a 27-year-old man, once lived in the residence, but who had
Binding of Isaac. He went through the floor.
Okay, Detroit soccer team coach fired after using team funding for sex change surgery.
That's true.
That one's fake.
I think.
It's true.
I
Gotta
think
be
it's,
true.
It's gotta be fake.
Yeah, I'm sure you did it. He did it.
That's
He
something
did it.
Calvin made up.
He did it. Fake.
I knew
I
it.
got one.
I knew it.
I got
Oh,
one.
you got me.
I knew it.
You
That
got
one
me.
is fake.
I knew it.
Me and Ashland came up with these together, actually. Okay. UK court finds men who stole $6 million gold toilet guilty.
Fake.
Real.
Gold toilet.
$6
Fake.
million gold toilet.
Real. Kid Rock's got one.
That's gotta be fake because I don't know how a toilet can be worth $6 million.
It's gold.
Well, it was real.
Oh!
It was
Who's
real.
coming back?
They got
Who's
that.
coming back?
Yeah, I think it's tied right now, actually.
No.
Ow!
It's 3-2.
I'm coming from behind.
That was it was an art installation.
I Oh, it wasn't in somebody's house?
It wasn't in a house. It was
Blast.
it was insured for $6 million. So that's
Oh.
why
Yeah.
prosecutors
Let's
say that it
go.
was dismantled and sold for parts. But hold on. Jones was even questioned about having used the toilet the day before the heist. He described the experience as splendid.
Hey.
Hey, Tony the
All right.
Tagger.
Okay, last one. U.S. intelligence confirms suspicions about Kim Jong-un's deteriorating health. It's diabetes.
That's real because that's the last one that's left.
What are you, Rain Man? You've been fucking counting this whole time? That's fake. Fake.
I don't believe that.
They don't have Mountain Dew
Yeah.
in Asia.
He said there was 3 of each, so maybe he's lying.
No, you were counting wrong because that one is fake.
Boom!
Boom, I win.
Are you sure I counted wrong?
Yeah.
So me and Carter at least tied, right?
The ones without the blurb are fake.
So we have
Nice.
no real way of verifying this. This is just
Well, I
It's
had
only
to,
on Calvin's phone.
I was gonna say that's why I was gonna have Carter look him up so you
just
could
a
see,
headline.
so you could see the real story.
Caleb, this is a separate tear, but why do Greg and the Morning Buzz do the same bit every single day now? It's like everything.
Pick one. Pick
Vinyl,
one.
vinyl?
No,
it's
it's
like
like-
pick one.
Yeah.
Scotty does this segment. It's songs or movies or
You got to pick what the other person is thinking, whether it's a song or it's
Pick
they,
what you-
some-
pick- pick
certain
what they
days
like
do
better.
they do songs, certain days they do music. I mean, the same thing, but movies. I mean,
I don't know. I haven't listened to the show enough recently to.
It's like they play one
have
game
noticed.
all week and that's it.
Pick one.
What I would say I've noticed is Jimmy Dunn is there a lot more often. That helps when he's there. I think the show's good when he's
I haven't
on.
heard him on at all actually.
Well, he goes on tour and stuff, so there might be a week or so here and there when he's not around. But for the large part over the winter, he was a regular on the show.
I feel like I would like to take some elements of their show and implement them.
That was
not
my
copy.
that was exactly what I was doing.
yeah. And
I think their show is old. I feel like if you're still listening to it, there's a problem.
What?
I love Greg in the Morning Buzz.
Remember they tried out that the new girl and she didn't last? Or what
The
happened?
thing is, to me, I think the
He's a
thing
new
I like
DJ.
about the show is I like hearing about these people's lives. I just like hearing about what's up in their day. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't care about the games. I don't care about that stuff. Usually that's when I change the channel. I like hearing about when Laura was at their Easter kickball game.
Their Easter softball
and
game.
somebody kicked a kickball into her face while she was holding a glass of wine, and it smashed into her face, and she got a big Joker scar from it. That was last Easter. That's what I like hearing about. I like hearing about that shit. And I don't know. That's just what I like.
Bob AM. Huh. Cool.
yeah.
Bob, hey. I appreciate you guys playing along at home. That's
Playing along with your game.
I feel like we really need to step up we need to get the phone set up because I think that if we had people calling in, I think if we had our number scrolling across the screen and how many random people do you think pop in and out of our stream? People who aren't subscribers and they look and say, "Wow, this sucks."
Yeah, you're right. I think if we had a number scrolling across the screen,
It would grab-
it would grab some people and get them to call.
They would call
And,
and we would interact, and that would be
It would be funny.
funny. So I think that's something sooner than later we need to get set up.
Yeah.
Could just be in the bottom corner, call in with a number, and just see how long it lasts.
You know what else I did this weekend though? I was me and Calvin both did. We lime and fertilized the lawn. You guys get into anything like that? You doing any spring?
No.
Getting the lawn ready, anything like that?
No projects
the
yet.
spring work.
We got out
Otherwise-
there, got after it, and I went down to the hardware store actually, and I had my headphones on the back of my head the whole time, and nobody even commented on it. Was wearing them around the store like a friggin' bozo.
Like a DJ.
Nobody even said nothing.
He's like Bob AM out there.
More like Otto.
Since
from
when
The
is
Simpsons.
Since when is everyone a DJ?
Grandma used to spin
Spin
in
in
Motown.
Take us
She
to
said
my
she looked pretty.
take us to my reels. I got some
Whole
good
world's
reviews.
trying to bring my ass down.
Down,
Down.
down.
because we skipped a week. I got some good reels this week.
Pumped up on reels.
Pumped up. We got a few to watch.
All right.
What do we
want-
got?
Right thing.
Yeah, we'll watch.
Alright.
Curtis
Reels of the
I
week.
suppose.
Do-do-do-do. Reels of the week. Do-do-do-do.
I like that.
Curtis and
ta-
I ran into a guy the other day that he's in a band. They do music. Rockstar
damn,
guy.
I should have brought the card.
Rock and roll.
Rockin'.
That's pretty much what the guy's like, except for he's not British.
The
Yeah,
Rolling
the guy's
Stones.
the guy's like 60 years old, and he plays in a band and he plays guitar. And they're a recording only band. They don't do live shows or anything like that. But maybe we can play a song because I doubt it'll get copywritten.
That's kind of sick.
All right, skip these two. These ones suck.
Oh.
All right, now this first one,
No,
before
that
we
is
play this
Peter
one. Well, this isn't Peter Pan. Now, this kid here, I can't figure him out because part of me think, I just think, I'm actually a little nervous we're going to get copywritten because he's got Band of Brothers playing in the background of it.
Oh, it's a World War II thing.
He's a
That was my
World
second
War,
guess.
he's a World War II reenactor, and I just got a goof out of it because he looks like he could be in the
World II.
war. It could be a
Okay.
vlog from the.
I'm
It could be a
famished.
real vlog from
From the
World II.
war.
Yeah.
'Cause this guy's like about to get like gout or something.
Camping. Part 3 coming soon. So you got my camera. Got everything here. Got my tent. I don't know if you can see. You got my carbine there. A
Garbage.
lantern. So I can see at night, of course. Yeah, about to have some coffee and some chocolate. Stay tuned for Camping Part 3.
Everything's accurate except for the lantern.
Or the house you see in the background.
But-
But I did find it. I did watch a
Like
few of his other
Homeschooler
videos,
101.
and I did watch some few of his other videos, and I actually think that some of it's a little bit cool. He's going through some MREs and stuff like that.
From
but,
World War II.
but he has a movie coming out, and we're waiting to see the release.
Oh, shit.
Cool.
Really?
Self-film movie.
Cool.
That's kind of sick.
Okay, now this next one.
He's got his
Now-
carbine.
I'm gonna start rating these, and
Martine.
personally, that for me was a 0. So next,
Well, he's got more lore with that one.
no stars, but next,
Okay, now this next one, that one, yeah. Well, I tried to order him a little
thumbs
bit.
down, but next.
I tried to order him a little
He's
bit.
scrolling.
In
Sorry.
order of good to bad. I just thought that I got a little goof out of that one. I think knew that somebody would enjoy it.
I
Now
enjoyed
this
it.
next one,
I give it
Mike
5.
loved
I give
it.
it 10
Do you
stars.
That
guys-
might be Mike,
that might be Mike. We
for
don't know.
all I know.
That's Mike in
Sorry,
1942.
Could be.
Sorry, Mike.
This
Mike,
next
where's
one,
your carbine?
do you guys remember when Dad flipped over the wood splitter?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah, burnt into
Maybe
my head.
somebody should tell that story.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we are.
What, how you remember it?
This is how I remember it. We're bringing the wood splitter to the landing where we were about to split firewood, and
And the road is not like a smooth road. It's like a
Rough.
rough, rutted,
Rocks.
rocky road.
bumpy.
And our father was driving at 45 miles
Well,
an hour.
I don't remember him going fast.
It flipped over on the landing, I thought.
Yeah, it was on the. We were turning into the driveway, the landing.
There's no way he wasn't coming in on 2 wheels.
Well,
I
we
don't
were
remember him going
faster-
fast.
We were
I
going
don't-
faster than the road allows.
I remember one gigantic rock in the middle of the road, though.
This is the part that really stands out in my head is we had you can see out the back of the window, just barely.
Just barely.
And
Because this is like a half cab. It's not like a crew cab. We're like
We hit the-
fucking sandwiched
we hit
into
the
this
bump.
thing.
We hit the rock. The splitter hits the rock. You can see it up in the back window, literally airborne. And then Carter says in the slowest voice possible, "Whoop, the splitter flipped over."
Okay, I guess basically how I remember it, but the best part to me, my best memory of the whole thing was after we got out. I don't know where the hammer came from.
I don't know.
The hammer somehow.
I don't know.
This hammer appeared. And
Dad manifested a hammer like Thor. Like it appeared.
I remember him smashing that wood splitter so hard. Wow! 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 Whoosh, and chucked it into the woods. And the way it shot off, whoosh, like the hammer, you just thought it was gonna go forever.
It was gonna hit orbit.
Carter, can you look up oh hey Denise, scene from Hot Rod? Can you search exactly that?
Yeah, but speaking of wood splitters flipping over, you remember when Curtis busted the other wood splitter?
All right,
Hold
that's
on,
not the
man.
point of the story.
I don't remember that part. I don't remember that.
The whole point was
Would you
that
drop a log on?
this reel is what made me think of that. Or this.
Oh, I forgot we were even doing reels.
Yeah, we're doing
this.
reels.
This reel made me think of that.
Wait, real quick. You want to see this? The scene from Hot Rod?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Just play it.
One of the best movies we ever saw when we were kids.
Yeah.
Here we go. Working on the engine.
Hey, Rod.
That right there. That's what our dad did to the wood splitter. And then he hucked the hammer.
Yeah. Hey, Denise.
Oh, hey, Denise.
All right. So anyway, this video is what made me think of it.
Of the wood splitter tipping over.
Yep.
Well, it would appear, by the looks of the aggressive backup and the door slamming, that the mower's stuck, which is John's favorite thing that happens. There goes the mower. It made some really poor decisions. Well, it would appear.
The mower made some poor decisions. Yeah, that's so funny.
That's pretty good.
That's what about the time, do you guys remember when Dad was setting up the zip line for us and he was like trying to tighten the cable or something, and something like he was like reefing on something and something snapped and whacked him in the head, and then he like broke a rake and chucked that in the woods.
No, I don't remember.
I remember that, but somehow I remember it being a pan, like a pot or a pan.
I think that was a
No,
different time.
That was that he was cooking. The pan was he was cooking something, and it was supposed to be a non-stick pan, and whatever he was cooking was
Stuck to the pan.
sticking to the pan.
So all the whole dinner and everything went out the window. He walked out on the deck and chucked it into the woods.
I remember finding that
Years later.
Yeah.
Food still burned to it.
Oh man!
All right, now this next one I thought I got a little kick
I
out
saw this turtle one.
this turtle one. In case you guys didn't know, toothpaste comes from turtles, and maybe this is why Calvin didn't brush his teeth for all those years.
Oh yeah, I knew the atrocities.
The atrocities.
Placed onto the
thought
conveyor belt
plastic
for initial
straws were
processing. Turtles are then submerged into a purple solution to remove all color. With color removed, suction tubes are fitted to the head to begin extraction. Negative pressure draws the toothpaste compound from dermal layers through the suction tubes. Extracted paste is deposited into holding bowls as turtles remain connected for full drainage. The compound is portioned and dispensed into individual toothpaste tubes. Tubes are sealed, boxed, and prepared for distribution. Turtles are placed
Little
onto
how
the
it's made
conveyor.
on toothpaste.
In case you didn't know.
This next one was in honor of WrestleMania this weekend. I did not watch any of it, but I wish I had because it looked crazy.
Oh, look at these crackheads outside the plaza.
No way that guy lived. No way he lived.
No, he's professional.
That's like the fucking power grid for the city or something, right? Like that's like the thing that powers the whole block, right?
Looked
was
like a
that
dumpster.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
All right, now this is one of the best Minecraft. What do you call a mock in Minecraft?
Build?
Minecraft build? Yeah, I just really enjoyed this guy's build.
Legendary Minecraft build.
Yep.
This is a Minecraft recreation of the car crash that killed my dad.
Oh my god.
This is the blue 2011 Chevrolet Equinox that he hit. And this is Roger Simons, the guy that was driving the other car that he T-boned. Here's my dad's head. It just completely fell off.
Oh my god.
The police say that it was my dad's fault. But yeah.
It's up on it.
And then this is the Krusty Krab. This is a Minecraft recreation.
Second question: did he survive?
This is the blue 2011
Nah, it was good.
Chevrolet Equinox that he hit.
That was a funny. That's a good bit.
Chevy Equinox.
That's
that
a
was
good
good.
bit. Here's a crusty crab. That was good. Wholesome. That was wholesome.
Dark humor.
Wholesome.
You
All
wouldn't
right.
get it.
Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's the last
right.
one.
Then this one, just play it.
Hi, TikTok. Hi, live. Yeah, go ahead. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
From the tractor. You're not paying attention.
I'm paying attention to you.
I can do it too, you fucking dumbass.
Hey, you Joe Biden looking motherfucker. You suck my dick, you fucking faggot. You faggot.
Too far.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Lordy, he just hit somebody.
Holy shit!
Oh god.
Oh no!
I feel like that's almost
Just
like
pause it because I don't want it to play again.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I think everybody was okay.
Holy.
I think that is a classic example of instigation. You know, I don't know where the video started, but they're instigating each other rather than everyone just cooling down. They instigate each other.
okay.
and-
I get
and-
some little
yeah.
lighter-hearted comedy here.
This one kid's got a broken ankle, so I don't know how lighthearted.
I
This
saw
But it's a
that
scooter.
one. I saw that
This
upper
one's
one.
yeah.
That one's no.
Oh, legitness.
Is that the sound of his head or is that the sound of the skateboard?
I don't know. I don't know why I thought it
he
was.
didn't hit his head.
skateboard.
He didn't hit his head.
I don't know why I
think he
thought
hit
that
his
one was
head.
so funny.
No, if you watch it again, he missed it. That was all right.
Yeah! That was legitness.
Yeah, it was. That was legitness.
It's not the same kid.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
This is why I
That was
brought it up
legitness.
because I didn't know that this kid was a little person.
You didn't know that?
No.
Isn't that Danny Duncan's friend?
No.
That was legitness.
No, that's the kid.
He
Yeah,
didn't put.
you can tell by the teeth.
Yeah!
Yeah.
That was legitness.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
He was like a celebrity, for a while after that happened.
That was legitness.
But I didn't know if you guys knew that or not.
No.
I had seen that exact video. Actually.
New lore unlocked.
Yeah.
And Amy's sticking up for Dad. Sorry, Dad. Didn't mean to.
I think he'll
Gotta
enjoy
play
it.
Roman's reels. I have an 1803 trapdoor rifle. It was Michael.
Yeah, I knew it, man. I knew it. I know my boys.
So
Little Caesar.
Let's just watch the Jimmy Neutron.
Whoa, check it out. Neutron has the moves.
Well, how about next time you get a board that can handle the Neutron style? Later, Nick.
I feel like I remember that episode.
Yeah, I do remember that episode.
That's so good.
That should be a show that
We should rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the animation style is a little harsh.
Slap, slap, slap.
It's
clap,
such
clap,
a,
clap.
It's a meme factory. Neutron's dad,
Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom,
Meme
Mallard's.
Factory. All right.
It
so,
really is.
So what? You rated one of them 0. My reels. What did you think of the other ones? All good except for the last one. You didn't like the last one.
All good. A little dark. No, I'll say this: a little dark.
And also, like, I guess the thing is, I see the point in that video because it got real hectic at the end, right? Because they're both filming each other, and then the guy almost ran over a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
right.
Literal children crossing the street.
So it got really hectic, but I would say it starts out in a place that's just like hateful. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was like that's just kind of where it starts, and so it's like
Caleb's meme breakdown off Curtis's meme.
Yeah. Well, just like that's just more on the side of negativity, and I didn't know where it was going.
Spreading hatred and chaos.
Obviously, it was worth watching after you see the guy almost hit the group of kids. You go, oh my god. But up until then, I was just like, I'm like, okay, is this like just a traffic altercation? Like, because
the problem he's having is his attention span is not long enough.
Yeah, or I just don't even know. I
need that quick hit. That quick hit. I need that dopamine.
Yeah, if it doesn't make me laugh right away, I get out of there.
He's
because
scrolling.
I kind of want my algorithm all fucked up with police cam, body cam stops, and I am a sovereign citizen. You cannot arrest me. I am a sovereign citizen.
Wait till end to see.
Yeah, that stuff. It just gets everybody's blood pumping, and
I had one the other day. I watched another one. Somebody blow their hand off with a firework. A new one I'd never.
Oh,
seen
you know what I
before.
did today? I almost blew my hand off today. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
Overinflated a tire.
Ooh,
what kind of tire?
What? It was on a wagon. On a
leave it to Calvin. It's probably
Did
old
you even
dry
pay
rotted
attention? Were you
tire.
paying-
It's probably
it was
a
old dry
old
tire.
Did you even look at the PSI though before you inflated it?
No, I was just going. A little bit. All I needed was a little bit. They were deflated. It probably had not been used in over 2 or 3 years, this wagon.
Just an old dry rotted tire.
And I decided, I'm going to pull it out and use it today. And I went, and then the thing came detached from the stem.
Oh,
and I pushed on it.
No.
And as soon as I hit it with the air again,
blew up in your face.
It echoed, reverberated.
Was that at your job?
Yeah.
It scared the crap out of you.
Could have gone deaf. Could have lost my hand, probably. Maybe. No, it was a wagon tire. It was probably like
crazy
30 psi.
That's
maximum.
Crazy. What are you guys been doing for work? You just pulling wire all day, or what? You drill holes and shit, or?
Just working on a lot of dumps. Dealing with
shitty customers.
You're not supposed to say that.
They don't know which ones are shitty.
But
some of them are good. Some of them are good.
Some of them are great.
Some of them are fantastic.
Yeah, we haven't been doing a lot of wire pulling. That's next week.
Cool.
I can't wait to get my friggin' haircut.
Oh yeah,
I'm
on
excited
Friday.
too. I'm excited for that.
Are you guys gonna do a podcast while I'm gone?
Did you guys all pick haircuts to get?
Well, if you train one of us.
No, I think I have to talk to the
the professional.
Yeah, I need to talk to the hairdresser because what I was thinking was, I've grown it out so long already. I feel like it'd be a shame to chop it all off the back. I feel like
you want to keep like a mullet.
Well, I don't know. Do you think is my hair all right for a mullet?
That's up to you. You got to go with what makes you feel good. But I would say I would go in there and ask for the Jake Paul. That's what I would ask.
Jake
for.
Paul is only on top.
You would literally make Caleb's dreams come true if you did that. I don't know why he's so set on this.
He
wants you to look like Jake Paul.
I figured I could do mullet and then see how it looked, and I could go to Jake Paul later if I wanted to, because at that point,
a new age mullet I think is even.
Yes, I think the modern mullet falls under the category of the Jake Paul. Is what I would say. It's close enough in my mind. If you do the modern mullet, I don't think, you probably don't want to leave all the letters.
He just wants you to get the frizzly bangs.
And the thing is, I'm just trying to think what I think is going to make you look objectively the best. You know what I mean?
Carter, can you pull up the Jake Paul haircut?
And Jake Paul's got the beard and the hair, and I think that's, if you want, like, you could go for something 70s comb over look if that's what you want, or you can go for a buzz cut if that's what you want.
I mean, you're acting like he's got no hair left on his head. The 70s comb over.
Like he's got no options.
What other options do you got? What would you recommend?
Anything, literally anything.
The thing is, you can kind of have the Jake Paul haircut style.
That straight hair, straight. See, the problem with this is you have to do that crinkly shit every day.
All I want
Curtis
is
wants to
one
put on his head and
fucking
shoulders.
picture for
He
the
wants
fucking.
to get out of the shower and dry his hair.
We're doing a wedding. Have any of you guys talked to the fucking girls? Have you asked them what the fuck they're doing to get ready for this wedding? All we're doing is getting one fucking haircut. You can't style your hair for one fucking day. That's all we're doing. We're getting a haircut, and yeah, you might have to style it for the wedding. Yeah, that might be the case. It should not be that big a deal. I'm not saying
don't do the Trump.
You can do whatever you want for your haircut, but don't say, "Oh, I don't want to have to style my hair," because you're gonna have to style it. You're gonna have to fucking do something because it's a wedding, for God's sake. We can up it a little bit. That was the whole point of not doing the buzz cuts, right? So don't say I'm not going to style.
Yeah,
He's made a fair point.
What I would say is when you see this Jake Paul haircut, I just saw the picture. I lost it. Hold on. Let me bring it back over here.
Yeah.
I know.
This haircut here, specifically, I think is stupid. I don't like that.
Yeah. You're focusing on all the wrong shit. So look at every fucking picture of him and then distill it and put it into one. What do they have in common? The bangs. The front of his face.
Yeah, but can you do that with the mullet? Is that
yes,
work?
you can. Yes, you can.
What you're missing out on here is you don't.
It's the bangs I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah, but again, you don't have to have the curly, weird looking.
If you leave it flat, it's going to look like a bowl cut. If you don't do anything with it and you just leave it flat, if you put no texture in it, it's going to look like a bowl cut.
I guess that's what I don't understand.
Your hair has no texture.
No shit. What I don't understand is how my straight hair gets to that point.
She's going to put shit in it and teach you how to do it. She'll spray some sea salt in it and go like this. Or she'll rub some shit in her hands and go like this. And that'll be it.
Yeah, it's like the putty stuff.
So many people do it. I'd say the majority of people that have hair like that have to style it.
I did it most of high school.
Yeah, it's a common thing. Michael's saying crash out.
Crash out too.
What's crash out?
You guys don't know about crash out? Crash out's like how would you
basically meltdown?
Meltdown. Yeah, crash out is meltdown. That's what the kids say.
But I've heard that it has to involve crying.
Okay, we don't need to get into the definition of crash out.
Meltdown. I'm going to Hawaii on the 12th, Amy. May 12th.
May 12th.
Are you guys keeping the beards? What are you doing with the beards?
I was really debating it.
I need to know what Carter's doing so I can have the hairdresser.
I feel like what I'd like
I don't know if she'll I don't know.
She
how
probably
much
won't
does
do.
with beards.
She probably won't do it.
Why?
Because
she's a hairdresser, not a barber.
I don't think she really does beards, but it's just different tools. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
always at the barber shop.
well, I
guess what I would say is
she might do something with scissors. I'm just saying I don't know if she's gonna like get in there with a flat razor.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely trim up.
I guess what I would say is my plan is to do the opposite of what Carter does.
Yeah.
And what's Carter gonna do?
I'm on the fence at the moment. I still haven't decided. I think I gotta wait to see how my haircut comes out, and then I'll have a better idea.
Do you guys don't think your
chicken or the
beard?
egg?
You guys don't think the beard goes in conjunction with the haircut?
No, I think it could be either one.
Okay, all right. Off to a great start.
You could have any haircut you want and any beard you want. It doesn't matter. They don't have to.
Disagree.
Have you ever played GTA?
You ever made any custom character in a video game, Caleb?
Seriously.
I think so. Again, I think it's important that everybody gets a haircut that they're happy with. I don't want anyone to get something that they're totally unhappy with, because I think feeling confident is more important than anything. Because if you feel confident, you'll stand confidently, and it just projects, right?
See, if I can make my mustache look like this, I think I'd want a mustache.
Yeah,
you don't think you could do that?
I don't know.
You gotta shave. You gotta leave the mustache, shave the beard, and let the beard come back in. That's all
Yeah.
it is, right?
What do you mean? I don't.
Yeah, maybe I could.
You could do something like that.
But now it might be too late now.
No,
But
you gotta let it grow out. I think my
you
mustache
could buzz
is
it down
borderline where it
on
is.
like 1 millimeter.
I think my mustache is borderline right there.
Yeah, I think mine's pretty good too. Mine's coming in pretty strong.
Can we get a close up?
No, that's as close as the camera goes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I think it does. I think
I agree. I think it matters.
You're looking at the shape of your head.
It matters to an extent.
The
I
hair,
think,
yeah, your haircut,
because
and
your beard goes into your hair. Where do you stop the beard?
Right.
You need to know where the beard
Same
stops.
place
Even
on
your sideburns.
It doesn't.
No.
Stop
What if you're getting rid of the beard, but you want to keep the sideburns?
If
know
you
what I
want
mean?
a clean, if you want a clean look, you have to trim it thin up by your
Let's
ears,
listen
and then
to the guy that's never been to a
Yeah,
barber.
well,
or
what
a
I'm saying is,
hairdresser.
I think
thought about it.
him.
He's thought about
Yeah,
it.
How about this,
if
Carter?
you
How
want-
about this, Carter? You decide before Friday what you're doing because I don't want to. I would actually like to know.
before Friday.
Yeah,
no,
the-
I want
the
to see
hair-
what the
the-
haircut looks like.
What?
Then maybe you get your hair cut before anybody else. Maybe you get the first haircut and then you make the decision on the spot.
Yeah, okay.
Well, if she will do
Do
facial
whatever
hair,
you want. I don't care. Shave yourself. Do exactly what I'm gonna do.
Look identical.
I'm gonna
That'd
make
be
my
cute.
decision how I want to make my decision. You can make your decision whatever.
Okay. I would have thought you guys would have, or like you, Carter, like given that it's your wedding, I would have thought you would have had an idea what you might want to look like, but
I just told you that's the mustache that I'm picking.
that's okay. Okay.
If I'm
Picking
that's the
mustache.
mustache he's picking.
But what about the hair part?
If
What
I'm
about
gonna
the
have
hair
a
part?
mustache,
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a mustache, what? So, okay, what are you gonna go clean shaven?
No, I'm
what
pretty.
mustache
No,
are
listen,
you going
listen,
with if you're
listen,
going clean
listen.
shaven?
What I'm fighting here
Maybe he's gonna
is
buy
I
one
feel
of
like
those
the mustache would be good, but what I want in 20 years, would I look at the mustache and be like, "Wow, I was a retard. What was I thinking?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why
think-
would I just
think
shave a
if-
weird mustache?
I think
like
if
that?
you do that, then that's the point. I think the point is to look at it in 20 years, be like, that was silly. You know, if you want to do mustaches.
maybe you could buy one of those felt mustaches and stick it on your face for the wedding.
Here's my thought, guys, and hear me out here. Again, why I'm trying to get you guys to get a good, sharp-looking haircut, and I picked the trendy, youthful style here, is because I don't want people to look at these photos and be like, God, the years have been rough to those guys. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody, like, in the future when you look at these photos, I want everyone to be like, man, look how young we were. Look how young and fresh everyone looked. And then somebody goes, man, what was up with that hair? And you go, it was the style. That's what was in. It was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I think you want it to be.
Look
I
at our
agree, I
hair.
agree with that.
So you guys can grow some killer beards, but you could also shave your face and you guys look real young. You know, it's not like you're missing a chin or you got an extra chin. You know, you guys could shave the beard and you got a face under there.
You say that, but I feel like I do have a double chin because I don't see it ever. I feel when I shave my
What
face.
is that?
Yeah, I say, whoa, my neck is.
Can you get a double chin going, Callum?
I got it pretty good.
Yeah, I mean anybody can get.
Yeah, I understand that, and probably when I'm not doing this at my phone, I probably don't have a double chin. But
Yeah.
that's the only time I see my face is when I'm looking down at my phone, and I'm like, what the hell's going on there?
Yeah,
just
No
not
more
used to
Twinkies.
seeing it.
no more Twinkies.
That also only happens when the camera's facing the wrong direction to start with. He's looking down like this.
What are you filming?
But yeah. Anyway, so hopefully we can get some decent pictures here, and you guys can clean yourselves up a bit.
Well, I guess I hadn't thought about it because I was waiting my thought was just do the opposite of Carter, but I guess should make my own decision. It sounds like.
Well, it's
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you
hard to
can
get the
have
opposite
some-
of a haircut.
No haircut.
Well, part of me thinks-
one of you can be caveman, and the other one can be.
I was gonna ask.
Civil.
I wanted to ask her if it's normal to come in looking like Castaway.
It is for our family, or for me when I've been going there. Like, I've been a couple times, to keep my hair cut, but I don't go as often as I should. Like, she'd like it if I had a standing appointment.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. They'll get it. Cut
Yeah,
every
if you want to
week,
keep your
every
hair
month.
fresh, you usually have it every 2 weeks or whatever you pick. But
Something you don't think of. Like I hear people talking about building a clientele at the hairdresser. I'm like, clientele? What does that mean? But it's just a regular appointment.
Yeah, well, and if you I really like going and get my hair cut, and it looks great when it's done, right? So if you could be a regular person about it and just schedule it and be a regular person about it, it'd be great. My hair would always be cut, and I'd be happy with it. But I have to be an obnoxious weirdo about things. So
I almost
Well,
cut my hair.
Anyway, I'll have to decide
put
that.
some
And I'm
thought
like,
into it. And you don't have like any you don't ever see like a guy in a movie or something and be like, oh, like maybe I could do something like that with my hair. Do you ever see anything like that?
well, no, because my hair is just straight, and I just assume I can't do anything with my hair.
But don't you ever see
A lot of
like
guys have straight hair.
there are guys that have straight. Like I think a good example would be the guy that played Jesse Pinkman. What's his name? What's
Yeah.
that actor's name?
Yeah,
He does buzz cut.
Well, he in certain parts of Breaking Bad, he shaves completely bald. I think he looks fine, completely shaved, completely bald.
He's got
but
a
if you
very
go
round head.
to the earlier seasons, he's got that Connor head Wiggum that goes everywhere, and it's a look. That's all I'm saying is like I think you do have to know what kind of hair you have, but there are celebrities and people in movies with your same kind of hair. You just have to kind of look at it and see what they got going on.
yeah.
Tom Cruise.
That's what I told Calvin. I said to Calvin, if I were you, I'd go in there and ask for Tom Cruise Risky Business. That's what I said if I was Calvin, because that's a nice little classic, sleek, just a little comb.
Tom Cruise Risky Business is the predecessor to the Bieber Bowl.
You think?
Yeah. And the
But
Bieber
the difference would be the combing of it, right? Because obviously, when his hair's down.
Well, and Bieber was
it's more of
definitely
a bowl,
longer
but,
hair. I think.
But he kind of combs it. Would be the important part of that.
Well, he's got the swoop though. In that movie, mostly.
Yeah, mostly the swoop.
He's got a swoop. It's not as sharp.
Well, hopefully that's enough hair talk. We successfully scared away the internet.
Yeah. We've risen again.
Yeah.
Resurrection.
But that's coming up on Friday.
Cuckoo Con.
I should save that
hold on.
soundbite, that resurrection soundbite, and anytime the stream drops and then comes back, just play the soundbite.
Real quick before we get off, can we play that guy's music?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's play
At
it.
least then maybe
Little
they'll get
shout out
some.
to the team.
They'll get some monetization from YouTube, because I don't think YouTube can keep the money if we play creators' music, right? They got to give it to the creator.
Or something. I really don't
YouTube
know
probably
how it works.
steals it.
Spotify,
They probably
it's
steal it.
Spotify anyway.
They probably steal it twice.
They probably steal it all.
and then get ads.
Hey, everyone's back in the chat. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I don't know about this. So I was actually well, never mind. Forget about that.
You were
We're
actually.
we're gonna get into this music from some old geezer Curtis knows.
He was drinking Modal.
I don't think you should call him a geezer. I was going to tell him about our podcast.
Oh, sorry, brother.
Come on.
I didn't know what this was about.
Why are you being so rude all of a
You guys
sudden?
are being
Hold on
dead
a second.
silent over here. We're waiting for Carter to pull something up. You guys are being dead silent.
No, I
I'm
just
just
wanted
trying
to
to
say
filibuster
something.
here.
I just wanted
I'm
to
just
say
trying to
something.
keep
I
it
don't
from
know.
going
You
dead
don't have
air
Sp-
here.
you don't
No,
have
I feel like
Spotify
you've been
anymore?
rude
trying
this
to-
whole podcast.
I do. I'm just trying to find their.
Yeah?
No, I
their
feel like you've had an
thing.
attitude
Yeah?
this whole
Not for-
podcast.
not
I
for-
have.
for profits.
The
I have had an attitude.
Profits.
I'm saying
but
there's no
it's-
place for this.
It's profit.
There's no
as
place for
in
this here.
PROEH. Like prophet, like God. They're also part Christian.
So they're gonna hate the Pope shit then.
But-
Damn,
Yeah,
why
don't
didn't you
show
say
them this
something?
one.
All right, so these are the three
This,
dudes.
this is a guy that we work with.
The guy on the right,
Oh, sick.
his name's Bill.
Which one do you want
Shout
me to
out,
play?
Bill. Wild
Son.
Child is probably the best one to listen to, straight up. They have, 14 monthly listeners. They were 3 monthly listeners when I looked them up.
Damn.
Bullshit age. Whoa. Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, the world's gone viral in a downward spiral. Why do we do like we do?
It's pretty badass.
It's pretty good.
Everyone's gone crazy, deaf, dumb, and lazy, mean, cold-hearted too. Now your daddy's missing, mama's out kissing. Child, I feel so sad for you.
Damn.
Nice.
Now don't be running with the crowd, all proud, shouting out
Can you ask him,
loud.
can we just
They
buy their
don't
music for our
care about
podcast?
you.
Well,
Listen to me. The answer is free, my child.
Gets into this little zone.
My wild child. How do I get through to you?
I'd rather be shining. Like the treasure from us.
Wild child.
This is making
Alright.
me think Tears for Fears a little bit.
They do.
all right, pause it.
That's funny because he was playing Tears for Fears.
I would
Radio.
go see them. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was good.
Can
They
you
were-
play? Can you play one over? Play his number one there. I don't know why.
Yeah, that wasn't number one the other day, I don't think, but I can play it. The
Wait,
Wind
hold
was
on.
number one the other day.
What's the new song? What's his newest song that they just came out with? I thought that was a little bit better.
This
That
one?
was good.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and
Lords
look
of
up the
Deception.
non-profits
Can you
on
play that one?
Spotify.
The album looks sick. With the
Right
snake.
here.
Lords of Deception. So they are, like I said, part Christian, and I thought that was the best one. The other ones I wasn't as big a fan of, but they
Well,
are.
I like the lyrics for Wild Child. Started out great. What's the name of this one?
Lords of Deception.
Oh, this one's more of a.
was
This one's
sweet with deceit.
Whoa.
Half the people were fooled
It's like the Doors or
bow
something.
at his feet.
That's crazy.
It's a whole story.
The newsers and users told the people that the king was all right.
Oh, it's like Devil Went Down to Georgia.
The whole thing's like a
Play
story
your
of
fiddle hard.
losers and users. I actually I
You
guess
wanna
they all
keep-
have
I like that with the
Going-
storytelling. That was a
Yeah.
little spooky. Made me think of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Why don't they do anything live? They just record?
Yeah, I
Just
guess
studio
one
recording?
of the guys, one
Stage
lives in
fright?
Farmington, one lives in Milton, the other one lives in Massachusetts, and they have a
Oh,
hard
dang.
time all getting together. I was trying to ask him if they would all get together because I think it would be.
Hey, I'm trying to book a band for Brookfield Freedom Fest this summer.
Well, I was gonna say there's all
They're
kinds of
probably not
places they
into
could
that.
play, and they would be great. I just thought we could play there first. When he was telling me this cover art for this album that was in his hometown, and
Okay.
he made it halfway up this water tower before he pissed himself and had to climb down.
Because he was scared, you mean?
Yeah.
Come over. It's called.
Oh. I'm getting chills.
Oh, it's so hard living in a world so cold, but it's no surprise. It's all foretold. You can cry till you die, but that won't do. 'Cause it's all spelled out inside the book.
Who are the
that you
Leather
heard
Souls?
about, but you didn't look. If you
That's a local.
ain't all about you.
That's a guitar, I think, on this song.
You can see if you just do that, you can be free.
Now who's that? David Bowie.
That's what I was saying.
Come on, come on. Come on,
I wish we had the picture this guy showed us.
I mean, if you were playing this in a church and that "Come On, Come On" came on, I mean, people would.
I'd be shouting that.
all right.
I think we got it. People can go find it for themselves. And
Yeah, I just
Vinyl,
thought,
vinyl.
I just thought it would be cool to give them a little traction because
I would say they're good.
I enjoyed it, and
I like the original music. I think that's good.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. They've been doing it for 2 or 3 years now themselves, and they have 10 original songs. And I just think it's kind of neat to listen to some original music from someone local,
From some guys you know,
some guy that you talk to. But
It was funny because he told us that he was in a band, and we're like, Curtis was like, "Oh, what's the band name?" And he whips out a business card and says,
"Oh yeah,
we're on YouTube and Spotify."
Oh, so you got a business? We should try to get him on a show. Concert in the park. If nothing
Bill
else.
would definitely come on the podcast probably if we asked him to.
Do you think we could get him to play music in here though? Like, you know how on Rogan, when he has a musical guest, they'll sometimes play something.
I don't know. Might end up more like Antonio Brown, but
I want to get musical guests and have them play music in here.
I think he's not the singer. He just plays the guitar. But he has this picture of him that he showed us. He played in he was in a band for a long time and played. He opened for some what's that song in The Office that Andy sings? I'm losing you. I'm all over the place.
To Angela, the one?
No. We're at the barbecue. We're
Saying I love you.
That band, he opened for that band.
That's kind of sick.
So he shows us this picture of him when he's a teenager standing. He's this big head, bright red mullet, this huge hair down to here with a jean jacket, no undershirt, just his gut hanging out, holding the guitar, rocking out on stage. And it was a cool picture.
Yeah, that is cool.
I wish I had it to show, but
It's probably on his Facebook if he's got a Facebook.
I don't know what its last name was, so I couldn't look him up. We don't need to blast him that hard, but
No, I was gonna see if I could find him.
Yeah, that song.
Saying I love you.
No, it's not like that.
It's what was that band called, Carter?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Extreme.
Yes. Yep.
The Extreme or something like that.
What's
I just about got the picture pulled up here. Hold on.
I think, Curtis, you try and book this guy.
Book him for the podcast?
No, Brookfield Freedom Fest.
Oh, I asked him if they do shows. I was trying to get him. I said, if someone offered you money.
Oh,
I guess I was wrong on the jean vest, but
that's even better.
Look I think he's even got makeup on.
I think you're right.
Look at the.
Can you zoom in?
That's a badass photo.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
Or he's just fucked up. I mean, he said he was a drug dealer too. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
But anyway,
exposed, Jesus.
Anyway, he's just a character, and
actually, if you did all your crimes back before digital media, they actually aren't even real anymore.
You get grandfathered.
They're grandfathered in. They're not even illegal anymore.
Allowed.
You do all your crimes as long as it's on a print picture instead of digital picture. You're fine.
Yeah, he's it.
But if you make your crime evidence into digital format, then they can get you. If you upload it.
To the cloud.
I
to the
did.
Mainframe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? He passed out his business card too, though, and I said to Curtis that we should make some business cards for the podcast, so that when somebody says something about it,
you just leave them around town.
Yeah.
Posters. Call in.
This year for Pride Day, you'll be passing them out with candy attached to them.
Call in at 6:45
every Monday.
Every Monday. Well, yeah, I would say we're looking at paring it down to one episode per week here for the summer, and hopefully we'll continue this on with the Monday of having everybody here. I don't know what we'll do the rest of this week. I don't want to make any further promises. I think you can count on us on Monday. If you get something else, just be happy about it.
I've got to urinate.
You know the thing is, if you get something extra, if you get a little something extra, don't go running around town telling all your friends, "Oh, look what I got! I got something extra."
What?
Don't go running around like that. If I give you a little something extra, you get a little something extra. Okay, take it and be happy about it. Don't go running around saying to all your friends, "Oh, look what I got! Look what I got!" Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Never happen again. How about that?
I'm privy to your concerns.
Oh man! Actually, if you want to just end it on that note, if you have that picture I sent yesterday, Calvin sent it. He had Ron's old hat on, the Peaky Blinders
We were
hat.
doing British all day.
We're doing accents all day.
Oh, is that why you were wearing that hat?
Well, he was just wearing it for the classic spirit.
Oh, speaking of that, Caleb, did Curtis send you the picture of the wood stove?
No.
Got a little wood stove you might want to take a look at.
Oh, you got a mini?
Yeah.
By George.
By George. You could fit a whole timber in there.
It's not super mini, but it's pretty mini.
That's a right bugger.
How many shillings?
I have
half a crown.
An off crown.
There you go. There's Calvin with his Peaky Blinders.
I've got a knife.
Just a crumb.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what we're on about, but
Foxes.
We'll see you later, Amy.
And we'll be back at it at another date.
Goodbye, old friend.
Definitely Monday.
May the force
Monday.
be with you.
We'll be here back on Monday.
I bid you all
Yeah,
a very fond
there's something
farewell.
new there.
Goodbye.
That went pretty well, actually.